Alright, welcome back. We are going to do probably the worst level in the whole game.
Yeah.
Timarchy Station. Yeah, we didn't bring a guest on for this one because, I mean, it's only a short and not very good level, so, you know. Yeah.
No one really voices on it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's read the description. A Timarchy Station has been taken over by 1st Regiment. Concerningly, 1st Regiment having access to a Corset peacekeeping operations database is a dangerous prospect. Liberate the station and see if you can uncover some clues yourself about the details of this occupation. So Timarchy is like the Corset police force, as I understand it, right? Like
Yeah. Police force, National Guard, private security. They're like private police, I guess.
Right. All right.
And it's I mean, there's a whole lore in like you could find in like podcasts on early level computers. I mean, it was like a big theme during the first few levels, like a big part of the world building. Yeah, the tape leg of levels. Yeah, that's a little Homestar Runner reference. Just like nothing. Like, yeah.
Yeah, there's basically nothing too interesting, and I mean, you can basically see the entire level on the screen right now, more or less. Oops. You get beam cannon, you know. What do you get? Beam cannon, hornet gun, wind force, sawn off. Sawn off's interesting inclusion. Is that just because we didn't have anywhere to use it?
This is I mean, beam cannon you're kind of forced to use because it's probably like the only useful gun.
What?
You know? Well, I mean, and I guess hornet gun gets its day in the sun here, right?
Yeah, hornet gun's good. Oops. So, trait box in this car. Is there anything else interesting about that car? Oh, right, I kill myself. What I see on the car?
I don't know, it's not worth it. I'm curious.
It's like one of the few interesting things on the level. Well, the nice thing about using the beam cannon here is it kind of pushes you out of danger. So it's nice against this guy because you just sort of, you know.
I mean, that turret, those turrets, the hardest part of the level, really.
Yeah,
well,
so,
maybe not.
But so you can
fighting in very enclosed spaces. You can what?
You can, yeah, just run in, shoot it instantly, and get pushed out of the way as well. So even if you miss or something, it'll.
An automobile. So which landed gentry is involved here?
That's it. Yeah, I mean, you're also there's little clues that are leading to something that you can pick up along the way. There's like fucking 4 takes for that. So like,
yeah, I was gonna say that was a different take, right? The second time.
Which landed gentry is involved here?
Yeah, that's another different one. It's called an evil sedan.
An automobile.
Yes. What's that a reference to? Oh, it's probably an anagram.
All right.
Marcus made like a list of anagrams. It's like these have to all be in movement, and a bunch of like story things are like based around these anagrams having them in. Yeah. So cars are supposed to be what horses are. So like, as in the equestrian class in like medieval, early modern, and even current times. Like now, since hour 1 and since the turn of the dates and the change from into the antediluvian system, now cars are like the equivalent of what horses are today. You know, as a status symbol and shit.
Yeah, nice.
So you can poke your. There's also like the way you interact with doors. If you charge up your beam cannon and like move into the door, it doesn't open until like you try it out.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Well, I'm out of beam cannon ammo, but I noticed that's happening with wind force as well.
That's so fast! I can't believe you depleted your beam cannon so quick.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I was rinsing it, but Anyway, it's I guess slightly more interesting having.
Hard shit. Well, I guess if you didn't have Hornet Gun. Oh. Nice. I mean, there was supposed to be more to this level. I mean, one of the missions was to do shit on the computer. And you'd have like a whole database of criminals, so like Bruno the Chicken and Harlan Sanders would be on there, and all these other things and extra clues to like things that would come up later in the story. Your health is. Ooh.
I mean, probably it's just a load of Dan Quinn and Sigvit that I put in there, isn't it? But...
yeah. But also like because it would affect the mission. It was like, well, we got to like finalize the amount of missions in the level. Before you kill the last people, aren't you going to get the traits?
There's some up here, right?
Yeah, the obligatory traits and secret areas that we had to think really hard where to put.
And the innocent as well.
Yeah.
Stuff. Well, at least you bothered to put a one-liner in. That's.
Yeah, I think that's clearly
ammunition.
tells you that was after I got.
Ammunition's empty, all the guns are here.
Yeah, well, it's telling you it's referenced. It's what the First Regiment are doing. They've stolen all the shit. I guess.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what you were saying on airport. Yeah, the war controls have been stolen. Interesting. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. But yeah, because it was mission stuff and like that affects like global averages and shit in the whole game, like that had to be finalized. That couldn't just be changed last minute. So it was just like, okay, fuck it. Whatever the mission is on this level, that's what the mission is.
I mean, it's just a count of it because there's like a global count of how many secrets in the game, and we wanted some on every level. So I mean, you could have moved them around and made them less shit, but it's fine. Yeah, some Dan Quinn.
But yeah, I just
20 years ago that I discovered
other levels just had to put just more important to deal with.
And then when I'm touched by God, who tells me that I'm fucking an angel, Maitreya, and I'm here to end slavery on Earth, and I'm here to fucking deal with asshole men like Fred Reva.
I don't particularly care to listen to this shit.
That's when he says I'm Maitreya. Which is, we refer to him as Maitreya.
That's the first and only time?
Well, no. He says it all the time, but it's just interesting that clip that says that.
Is that the first time? Is that what you're saying?
No. Well, I don't know. At least in the game, that's the first time I've heard it. That's in this playthrough. Some doodles, concept art, which is just my doodles from probably when I was at university.
Got a bunch. There's too many to choose from. I feel you've probably chosen some underwhelming ones. Yeah. I assume you just chose them randomly. Or?
I think they were pretty random. Yeah. I mean, any of these actual characters in the.
That actually, I think that actually might be that guy looks very similar. He looks the guy underneath the two, not the blue bearded guy. The guy underneath the guy next to him. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. I don't. It's an
interesting one to choose.
No, I don't know if it is though. He looks very similar. He's not the same guy. I thought he was the guy who becomes Verrazano Cantilever. He's got like a triple-barreled name, and he appears on Corset Tower. It's not the same guy.
Oh wow, this is the full Jumpstyle album on here. This is the front cover we made for it. That's me and Marcus. Don't know who this guy is.
I have to wait for the imagery to catch up for me to see that.
You've seen this already, right? Then?
Oh yeah, I took the photo.
Anyway, yeah, we made this full Jumpstyle album, I made this track ages ago. The funniest part of this, of Jumpstyle, I think, is all of these sounds, like still to this day, people are using these voice clips. They came in like a sample pack, and I hear real producers actually use the same ones.
Have you ever heard those samples in a real song?
Yeah, loads of them. Honestly,
No way.
I remember Marcus. I think he did it a few times where he went to like a illegal rave in London randomly, and then like he was there and they played some song that had the Jumpstyle samples.
Nice.
Yeah.
That one's a good one. Jumpstyle, not really.
I think we use these samples for the for Mad and Matt as well, don't we? In End of Factory Line.
Yeah, definitely. Out of all the things you were concerned about in terms of like copyright, you're like, oh, we've got to make sure we change the pitches of their voice so it's different enough. It's like, really?
It's alright, yeah.
Plagiarize the worst stuff. Yeah. You said it's they treated it as open source if you use it in music. So
yeah. I think it's probably actually fine, isn't it? I must have clipped it because that's not the end of the song.
Okay.
Some boy killer no want no laziness in the dance, So all of the top, let's get up and rock, and all the dancers and all the man, let's get up and shock out. See, cause some boy killer there.
Is that Gabba style?
Just went Jumpstyle Part 2. What is this Jumpstyle? Sounds like Psytrance.
I don't remember this at all. This one.
I remember this song. I don't remember it being Jumpstyle. I guess it is.
Pretty distinct from the others.
Yeah, it's a good album.
So I mean, there's the notes that are used, isn't there? Like, I can't remember what at the time, but I remember Marcus was like putting some math shit in or something.
Oh, I don't know. I was fairly random with it. I think it's probably Jumpstyle 7, the one that Marcus made.
A pregnant woman falls into a coma, and when she wakes up, she's not pregnant anymore. And the doctor comes in. Don't worry, he says. The birth was a success. You have one girl.
I can't remember what this clip is from.
Named them whilst you were asleep. The girl is called
It's about the general.
Oh, is that? Yeah, that's why.
Like the sequel.
That's what I thought it was
The nephew.
in my head, but I can't remember what it's called.
I mean, that's an interesting blend. Like, first part, the general obviously supposed to be stupid, and then like the other ones, like he put some serious thing in that you can follow along with. It's like, that's a kind of kindred blend in my opinion. Like,
yeah, I mean, Marcus loved by the general.
Movement. There's a movement is like, and then like for some reason they're trying to have a legitimate story in the middle of it as well. Probably seen as fucking sacrilegious. Yeah, you wish, motherfuckers, to even pay yourselves to buy the general shit, which is a stupid thing to say as well, really. Like,
you know what this is actually reminding me of, and again, we're just way ahead of our time. This. You've come across like funk music, but it's kind of like bullshit that they play on TikTok or whatever, and it's like, I don't know, people seem to like it these days, but it's kind of this like really clippy, loud drums, and like some. This is basically funk music from 2000 and whenever the fuck we made this, 2008.
What you call it? Folk music?
Funk, like PHONK.
No idea. I'm completely out of the
It's.
loop,
I mean, it's terrible. I don't like it, but I like this. But again, like ahead of our time, I think. Anyway.
I'll not include myself in that hour.
This is going to be the maths chord progression or whatever.
I don't know. I think probably many tracks there was something within there.
Robot Juice, the best VST plugin. I think my favourite that I made at least was Jumpstyle 6, which is this one. And I copied this, I was trying to copy a drop from a song by, I think it's Sin Sung, Disco Bomber is the track. It's kind of inspired this.
What particularly about it?
Just the whole drop where it goes like this bit in a sec. That bit.
You have I've known you for a fair while. Like you've I remember it was a very distinct transition from your Dream Theater rush, Liquid Tension Experiment days over to electronic music kind of thing. It definitely kind of came with an explosion in that transition, and I think that's still the music you listen to most of the time today, right?
Yeah, although it's funny you should say that.
Shit.
The new Frost album came out and I was listening to that on repeat for a few days, so maybe slightly going back. And Mike Portnoy rejoined Dream Theater, so eagerly anticipating that album. Anyway, so yeah. But yeah, mostly electronic music these days. Just listen to this one for completion. That's a good album. So I didn't realise this level would mostly be listening to Jumpstyle.
Yeah, me neither. Not really many emails on that. Yeah, I mean, this one just fell by the wayside, more or less, that's it.
Interesting. So, for some reason they've got a email from Stevo Todorcevic, who's a very good mathematician. He's like absolute genius in Ramsey theory, but this was something he actually said in a lecture I was at when someone misappropriated some random reference that he just knew off the top of his head, and it was quite funny. Anyway,
I can't actually read it from here. What does he say?
It says actually that was Erdos and Rado in 1937. Anyway. Okay, so I guess reading this means this unlocks a trait box, because we had to stick a trait box in.
On some trait. I think that was your kind of go-to, like, where do I put a trait box on this level?
Yeah, slightly more interesting one. Yeah. Than just having one.
I know, but you reuse it quite a lot, but fair play.
You want to have some reason to read the emails too, I guess. That's probably part of it. So this is a reference to the train level. Going in tweet, it says, I'm reading reports of a train being hijacked. An obnoxious guy named Tweeble seemed impervious to bullets. Intelligence suggests he's some kind of first regiment experiment. He's strong. Did I write this or did you write it? He's strong.
You definitely wrote this.
He's strong in conventional weaponry. Won't work against him. A talented martial artist may be able to get the upper hand on him though. You got anyone like that at the station? So this is like telling you about two people you can't attack him and you should probably use Kung Fu. Or you could just watch the video we made the other day.
Okay.
Play a bit of Sneezer.
I mean, this music in general, I think this is I think it was this music or another track that was supposed to go on a level and it was the toss-up, but we went with the other one. It was like, well, this one's got an appropriate mood, got to put it somewhere, and it was like, all right, let's just fucking give this level something and fucking put it on there.
Was this the only level it's on then, I guess? So you said there's a locker.
Yeah.
There should be a trade box and a locker. So... Oh, there's one down here.
Let's go get that locker.
I guess it was that one. Any others? Did I get them all? Can't remember. There we go. Yeah, got all the trade boxes.
Oh, nice. Of course. Just like in the open, really, aren't they?
Well,
yeah.
other than that one in
There
the
we
email
go.
and the secrets of the. Yeah, that's that's Timarchy Station.
That's done. I will say, yeah, the cutscenes that were supposed to bookend that were both Hawaiian Baby Woodrose. So if you're wondering ever what the fuck happens to his character, he does get. This is where he gets fleshed out more. He talks to the Psypunks at the start, and he talks to Tarek Malki and Protozoal at the end. Protozoal is one of the only characters we didn't get a voice for because I mean there's a controversial reason. Are we being controversial here? Or...
I don't know.
Yeah.
How controversial are we talking? I don't know the reason.
Well, basically it's written that, I mean, the character is black, and he's supposed to drop the RO version of the N-word in the original script. But it was like, you know, well, it also feels ridiculous. Like, we could ask the black people we know, but it's also like, hey, can you say the N-word for me? It's like, you know, just
yeah, I should probably just cut that out. I mean...
Well, I don't know. It's definitely. I mean, they're talking about race in it. Like Tarek Malki, Hawaiian Baby Woodrose is black, and it's like, they're like, you know, it's like Tarek Malki's like, oh yeah, like you're gonna fucking rise anywhere in that racist institution. He's like, Slivek's up there, and then Protozoa makes a reference to what is like a dated writing term. Basically, it's called the magical, and it's like a reference to another way to refer to it is the witch doctor. It's like characters like Rafiki or like Baron Samedi. It's like a trope. It's like a racist trope where like, you know, the mystical fucking jungle culture of the people, like, you know, is a, you know. It's a trope thing it's referred to. And Protozoa refers to Slivek as basically being that for the narrative. Funny, like that was back in 2010 writing that. I guess that probably shows like the classic like obliviousness of privilege at the time, but that was something I was like, race issues probably going to be pretty dated when this game comes out. I don't know how dated it is writing about it, but fucking yeah, ridiculous. I mean, there's a big we could talk about a big difference of like how I didn't really know that much history in general, like world history, when I started writing that. And then in that hiatus, I kind of got up to date with like the general spine of all of world history. And that's another story for another time. Kind of, you know, unrelated to what we've just been talking about, but you know, the history's good. Everyone's got to get that spine, man. Right.
Yeah. Alright, cool, yeah. I mean...
How many stars out of 10?
Of this level?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Hey,
Like one.
it's your dog.
I've actually got to go. The doors. Somebody's knocked
See
on
ya,
the door,
babe.
so I'm gonna end the episode there.
Bye bye.
Alright, see ya.